Oi, oi, my name is Kaiser MLG.
Cesith! Cesith, my name.
And I'm Polarisu.
This was fast.
It was better than the second time.
Podcast. No, I think the first time was better. But anyway,
Thanks.
this is the Rate Up Podcast. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, boys. What
And
is this?
gentle goats.
Yeah, this is
What
apparently a
is
thing
this?
now.
What are we doing here?
That is a great question. We are streaming our thoughts and life experience, our experiences with YouTube and all other stuff around the world. I guess.
What?
Yeah,
This is
basically.
being streamed? Nani?
Or recorded. I feel the pressure. No, I'm joking. But yes. Glad to meet you. Hey.
Yes. Yeah, glad to meet you, boys.
I was thinking if I should add more.
Oh, you guys. Get out of my house.
I'm from Twitch. I need to scuff things, otherwise I don't feel at home.
Get away from my table. So basically, here you see 3 blokes sitting at the table, 3 YouTubers
These
who are
sexy
gonna talk
YouTubers.
about stuff. That's the attribute I was looking for. Exactly.
You nailed it. Thank you so much. We wouldn't have got anywhere without you.
So, to start things off, do you guys remember when we first had the idea to create this right here? What we are doing? Because I do.
I mean,
I would just like to answer any questions that start with "Do you guys remember?" I'd like to answer all of those right now. No.
Based. Cesith, what do you say?
I mean, I kind of remember that we always said like, yeah, we should do that. It would be cool if we do, but we never really started working on it until, I mean, recently. I can't even say recently anymore. Until half a year ago.
Yeah, basically, the first time we sat down and discussed what we could call this whole thing was in August of last year. So
Was
it's
that
been
in
quite a while.
August?
It was in August. It was before the Hamas streams started.
Damn, that is a long time.
A
Way too
long ass time.
Well, now it
So
happened.
basically, exactly. So basically, all of us thought. So we all have our 3 individual channels, but there are things we want to discuss that kind of aren't really fitting with the general style of our channel or the topics discussed there. We needed a place to do that, talk about it, and what better way to do it than
Yeah.
starting a podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I don't talk enough like on my channel. It's just me talking. I don't like that. I need to talk more.
Yeah.
I mean, from a streamer perspective, I always have the ability to talk with people and to talk about random stuff. But like, there's certain things you just cannot talk about on stream, and just for that reason, a podcast is so amazing to have. At least I think that.
Yeah.
I've never had a podcast before, so it will be scuffed for sure.
I don't want to know what you can't talk about on Twitch that you're planning to talk about here, but okay.
You know, on Twitch I'm alone, but here I have you two guys here. That helps a lot.
Aw,
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean that touches me deeply.
that was my goal, to go deep.
I see why you don't talk about things on Twitch.
Yes.
Now we have to flag this thing for sexual content.
Wait, I,
Oh,
need to,
no.
I really need to be careful about that. That's like my entire career. It's just doing sex jokes.
Oh boy. But yeah, no, I've never had like a podcast or thing. I've never made a video that's been over 2 hours or anything. So I don't know how long this podcast will actually be, but I think anything that is in here is gonna be the most I've talked in like a long amount of hours.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. But I
And Kaiser, what are your experiences with podcasts? How many have you had before? 10, 15?
Bro, believe it or not, I've also never had a podcast before. It's mental,
No.
honestly.
Wait,
The
really?
closest thing yeah, it's insane. Like, actually. No, but the closest thing I've ever had to a podcast was a 10-minute Q&A I made almost a year ago. Because there also I was just talking about random stuff, right?
Yeah.
But so... Yeah, I'm not a freestyler. So let's see how that will go. Actually, I remember that time period because all of us three, we hit like certain milestones pretty close to each other, and we all had like 3 Q&As back in like April of last year, like very close to each other.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of that happened because of the whole Arknight shift that occurred, and then I don't know. From there, we just we were we second gen Arknights counting.
Yeah,
That is true.
he's a new gen. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, Riz, so when did you upload your first Arknights video though?
I don't remember exactly when, but it was during one of the Arknights contests.
For me, it was yeah.
I uploaded it and then I was just like, what do you call it? I wanted to promote it and they didn't let me. On the Arknights Discord, they told me I need 3 Arknights videos.
Yeah.
And so I made 3 Arknights videos just to show them. And then I went on, and I guess I still am going on. I guess they want an end.
I remember the first video of yours that I saw. Actually, I don't, but I remember like when exactly it was. It was in like December 2020 as well, and it was one of the videos where you talked about upcoming skins or something along the lines of that. And I was like, bro, that's amazing. Commentary content. I thought this had died out in the Arknights community.
Yeah, that's actually what I wanted to start doing, because when I started, it was about just kind of like meme EXE stuff and that kind of thing. But then I was genuinely upset that nobody was speaking about Arknights anymore. No one was speaking. Like,
yes,
I know he was loud, but Takedown spoke.
Legit, yes.
Yeah, and then there was like Chendroshi and Dreamy who was like doing their thing, and yeah, they were writing, and I guess Tuck was doing Tuck's thing, so
yeah. Tuck is
I
amazing.
was like, people's not speaking, I'm gonna do it.
But like,
those were the dark times.
Yeah, especially like, I think during September when 2020 when Genshin launched, those were really tough times for streamers as well. Like we had sometimes like 1 viewer, like the entire Arknights Twitch community, and that was horrible. Like it was incredibly sad there.
I can't imagine you having 1 viewer though.
I had like for an entire year like 2 or 3 viewers, like not much. But recently, the first video I saw from you was actually the one with was it with money where you rubbed it against the screen? Was it the credit card?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Didn't you have like one video where like you rubbed money against the screen or something? I swear that was the first video I saw from you. Wait, it was for sure you.
I'm curious. I'm gonna write that down and look for that later.
So I know the video. So I literally have a video in my head that you don't even know of. That is not good.
Okay, actually, so remember when I said earlier that I don't remember as a question, as an answer to all my future? Do I remember questions? I don't actually remember some of my own videos.
Yeah, same.
I was actually just going through them like recently, and I was so confused. I was like, when did I make this? What was I saying? So yeah, my memory is terrible.
Also, I need to check something. For my first video, I think my first video honestly was uploaded on the 10th of March. I'm not sure though, I really want to check now.
This is your anniversary.
There's a chance for it. I need to check it first.
That's...
I just remembered
It's amazing.
So, when did I upload it? 11th of March. 2020.
Oh no!
It's tomorrow.
1 day too early.
Yeah, we get there.
Oh, true.
Well, technically, when this video goes up, if it goes up like tomorrow, technically, then I think it is. So, congratulations.
Happy anniversary, Cesith.
Thank you very much. I should have prepared more. I should have created a video or something about this. I didn't even know until like 2 seconds ago.
I'm gonna make sure to post the link into the comments, and then people can go on there and congratulate you.
Thank you very much.
I
But
can't
honestly,
remember what my first video for Cesith was, but for Kaiser, I remember it was one of the videos. I don't remember exactly which one, but it was one of the videos where your thumbnail was just absolutely
What, hentai?
yeah.
Nice. I love that. That's what people remember me for.
I saw that and I was like, "What the hell is this? What's happening here?"
Well, as sad as that is, stuff like that works. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was gonna kind of be like some weird thing at first, or like some, maybe like just some bait thing. But you know, then I actually watched your videos, and you knew what you were talking about, and I was surprised. I was like, oh, this man knows.
Yeah. I can't believe that was the video that blew up my channel. It's kind of sad if I think about it, because that was like a shit post I made in a couple of hours. But hey,
if hentai works, it works.
Exactly.
it's kind of sad. The first video I watched from Kaiser, I don't remember the thumbnail of what it was about, but I remember the first sentence or something. It was a furry, be or not to be or something. What was it? Be or not to be?
Oh no.
Yeah, I remember that one.
That was the first video I saw from you.
It was in March. I think the video was
March as well.
Called,
okay.
Like, does Arknights make you a furry or something like that?
Yeah, that might be it.
Yeah.
I just remember you. Wait, was it a Blaskin issue?
It might have been. It was one of those videos. Those were weird times. Those were literally the times where an idea would fly into my head and I would turn it into a video. I wouldn't even think about whether it was a good idea or not.
Just do it.
Wait, does playing Arknights make you a furry? It might have been that one.
It probably was that one, yes.
Yeah. Well, that was definitely an interesting subject to take.
What, the furry thing or the rest of it?
That's a good question. I'd say the furry thing more. I never really asked myself this question. If you become a furry by playing Arknights.
The answer is easy. You don't.
Are you sure? I started liking Waifu a lot recently. And I look at her more and more and I'm like, she looks not as bad as I always thought.
Okay, so Fu Wai is a very interesting character.
Yes.
I mean, mathematically, okay, listen to me. Mathematically, it comes down to what you like about the character, okay? Do you like the fur, or do you like the fact that it looks like a woman? Because then there's two... You either attracted to the woman part or the fur part, and then if you're attracted to the fur part, that's what makes you a furry.
Yeah, true. There's levels to it.
But okay, Risu, like my problem I have right now is, if I close my eyes, I probably would rather have a wife with fur. So if I can sleep on her legs, it's more comfortable. That is an absolute win.
Now is that this is my first podcast and it's already about furries.
I was supposed to say.
I'm so sorry.
To quickly change the topic, Cesith,
Yes.
the first video of yours that I watched, it was even before I started my channel. It was one of your tier list videos.
Oh.
Back in the day, it was recommended to me.
The tier list videos are always doing well. It's like what keeps or what gets me new viewers. The tier list videos.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I keep doing them to this day.
It's interesting because back then I clicked on it and I was like, "This man is not talking," and I like swiped away.
The only video where I'm not talking is that.
The first thing you clicked on was Cesith not talking.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that's a weird time. Like if we were like if we like gathered like in person like often, right? And then or at all technically. And one day Cesith just wasn't talking. I would be very scared.
Who knows? Maybe I'm gonna make animations like this and gonna be successful in this way.
That's a lot of work. Good luck.
Yeah, there's no way I could do that.
Actually, I was working with some live 2D programs and stuff, and my god, it's pain.
Yeah,
you have to learn a lot.
I tried it as well.
I'm working.
Yeah, I tried it as well, like with different programs, and also like doing animation in Photoshop as well. That shit is difficult and so time-consuming. And then you finish it, and then it looks like shit.
That's the worst part. I'm working on a drawn animation right now, and it looks horrendous.
But I mean, it's something you get better with over time. I mean, to be fair, none of us could do what we did immediately. Like, just to be clear, you approached me, right, for the videos to see the first.
So you do remember how we met?
Yeah,
okay.
No. So what I do remember is you. I think you approached me, and okay. So the reason that I never approached anyone is I was way out of my element. I was hella scared. Like, I thought I couldn't talk to people, other content creators. Like, I thought like I was, because I kind of just got into it, and it was at anniversary time, so my and I was covering the first anniversary, and so like I shut up a bit, and I was genuinely scared, especially, and I was kind of shocked when you spoke to me. I was like, I think I remember like telling one of my friends, like, I think one of the other Arknights content creators is talking to me. What do I do?
I mean, I have to like, we read it quick, like after the first few messages, we read it quick, went into a voice call, and we recorded my first collab video with the Arknights content creator. And Risu, out of all people, was the person that was the easiest to talk to. Risu was so charismatic and just so nice to talk with. I, as a person that wasn't as good as English as I'm now, it was just so nice and chill. It was so great. It was like I was talking with a friend. Aww. But I was really great.
It's good. I make people feel comfortable.
Yes,
like I'm like a spider. I make you feel safe, and then I put you in my web, and then you're stuck.
I never felt as safe around the spider in my entire life.
Not even around Invera in D&D? Man.
Nope. F spiders. I'm still for it.
Sick plug.
Big plugs. Bro, I'm the master of segues. Fam.
I'm sorry, I just thought of smart Segway guy from Happy Wheels.
But if we already speak about first interactions and stuff, Polarisu, do you remember our first ever interaction?
No. I honestly don't. I really don't. I'm sorry.
I can't blame you. It barely fucking exists. Oh, I said a bad word. No, whatever. Like, back in December or something of 2020, you were streaming live on YouTube. It might have been January of the next year, actually. Mm-hmm. And I wrote a message into chat, and you reacted to it. That was our first ever interaction. And I was like, holy fucking shit, he read out what I said in the live chat. That is insane.
Oh, damn. Wasn't that before you, like, kind of really started?
Yeah, that was like back when I was making .exe meme videos.
I think you picked up like around February then, or something, if I remember correctly, because it was like around the Valentine's Day video. That's when your video started popping up for me.
Yeah, exactly. That was when my channel started going like.
Yeah.
But Kaiser, do you remember, like, what was the first impression you had of me? Like, when we first talked?
Bro, I can tell you, because... okay, I distinctively remember, because this was the first time I talked to you two was during the second ever meeting of the Pharmacists.
Yes.
Like, back when everything was getting started. You two entered the voice chat, and I was nervous as shit, because... you might say I was kind of a fanboy of you two.
Aww.
So, and I was like, oh, holy shit, it's so true, okay. And then the first thing Cesith, you asked me was whether I am from Germany, and I was like, yes. Mm-hmm. So, okay, that was the first interaction. And then we like had like small talk with everyone who was there, and the first thing, Cesith, that you really said to me was that I have to call you Senpai. Because you have been doing YouTube for longer than I have.
Wait, really?
Yes.
No joke.
I remember now.
Okay. Okay, there was maybe more context. I don't know why he said this.
You can't just force your senpai-ness on people.
That was amazing though, because it was like a complete fucking icebreaker, because like the tension was gone after that. I was laughing my ass off and yeah.
Also, you took that as a joke. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't been calling you senpai.
Yeah, that's sad. That's a sad part. But I'm honest, like the first, like before we talked, I had a really bad impression with Kaiser first. I also talked about this before. I told this story, I think, before, but I don't know if Risa knows it. I also wanted to collab with Kaiser at the very first Content Creator collab. And Riso, like, you were also invited, Riso. The thing we did, right? And the problem with that was, I had no way of contacting Kaiser. Kaiser doesn't want that people reach out to him. So I commented under his... I was commenting under his video. I don't know if it was English or German, but I did. And then a few days I went back to check the message if he responded to it, and the message was gone. And I understand if he doesn't reply to the message, but deleting the message, I felt offended. It wasn't.
I did not fucking delete it.
It got, because of YouTube, probably got picked it up as as spam. I was like, no, come on. I don't know if I was say mad, but disappointed.
I remember when you were talking about how you wanted to. I was struggling to reach out to certain people, and you were doing those collab videos around that time.
Still missing Aki in those vids. Aki is so impossible to reach out to.
It's like still to this day there aren't really any like ways to contact me. I think. I mean, but the first ever time somebody like actually reached out to me was Skorek, when he asked me to join the Hamas D&D thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he literally did it by writing a YouTube comment where he asked me whether I would join his Discord server to discuss a project that we could work on.
So he did the same way as me, but successful.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah, it's so difficult getting a hold of you. Why are you such a Dark Knight, such a Batman?
Oh man, I'm just scared of ghosting people or being awkward when talking to people. I was like, okay, I want to have a YouTube channel. And that's it, right? Like, so,
we should just get you a Kaiser signal so we can light it up in the sky and be like, please come over here. We need you for a second.
Just a big MLG projected into the sky.
But also, Kaiser, you said there's no way for people to reach out to you. People found a new way. And that is going to my Twitch chat and say like, hey, can you ask Kaiser to do that and that? Like, I think I told you one person that asked like, when are you uploading next video? Like, that's the way of reaching out to Kaiser, going in my Twitch chat.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you have a message to me, just go to twitch.tv/Cesith.
Oh, you remember it better than I do.
Segues. I must say, it is nice to have Kaiser around and a way to contact him, because whenever I make videos that have certain lore things in it, I always... And he can 100% attest for this. I always message him about something in it. I just ask like, "Hey, is this and that right? Am I right about this?" And he's like, "Oh yes." So like, "Oh no, it's like this and that." And I'm like, oh, "Okay, thank you." And I leave without any context, without saying, "Oh, it's for a video or anything." I just randomly ask Arknights questions. My dictionary. My thesaurus. That's thesaurus. Well, Arknights thesaurus. God damn it.
I don't even know the word that you're trying to say.
Thesaurus.
Yeah, same.
You guys know what a thesaurus is?
I don't know.
Fucking dinosaur.
I'm from Switzerland. As if I know what thesaurus is.
You know what? I'm just gonna let you guys think it's a dinosaur.
It sounds like one.
It's a dinosaur with huge brain dinosaur.
Ah, the 5-head dinosaur.
Polarisu's big brain dinosaur.
Oh my god.
I wish I'd see a picture of it one time. Well.
Speaking of, like, returning to the whole thing of origin stories and stuff like that. I remember that's like one of the only regrets ever I have in my life is that I did not start my channel earlier. Like, when I uploaded my first ever YouTube videos, that was genuinely the time where, you know, all the content creators left Arknights, Genshin Impact came out, views were horrible. It was exactly on Halloween 2020 when I started out.
Yeah.
The so-called Dark Ages.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how bad the Dark Age was, like, for people that weren't really content creators. Because you don't really check the view numbers that much, I think, if you're just a random viewer. But as a content creator, like, looking at the videos from every content creator, from every Arknights content creator, and also Twitch streamer, it was really sad to look at it.
I mean,
it's Dark Age. It's so funny to me.
No, let's call it like that. That's more epic.
Yeah.
But to me, who just was a viewer back in the day, it was a sad time because all the fucking YouTubers I like to watch were like gone.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah. I mean, Arknights is like everyone is moving over to Genshin, and like a lot of people were declaring Arknights as dead.
Yes.
And everything and just leaving. But I mean, we've like a phoenix.
yes.
Right.
Risen from the ashes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
I remember I had a conversation with a fellow streamer. Like, in August, I made a chess tournament with Arknights streamers, and a few months later, with one of the people I invited there, and I had a long conversation. And that person stopped streaming Arknights because they said, like, Arknights is now officially dead. It's not gonna come back. Every game has a time, how long they're relevant, and Arknights' time has come. And I disagreed with that so bad, because it's just like a new hype game came out, and obviously it will hurt a similar game, but eventually it will even out, hopefully. So that person left Arknights, I stayed, and I don't regret this decision at all.
I mean, to be 100% fair, I'm curious to see what the anime is gonna do for the community. Like,
Yes.
like
It's
because
gonna be so good.
to be 100% fair, I think a lot of the people who watch the anime, and even those that like the anime, are not gonna like the game, right? There will be a lot of people who do, obviously, who find the game and be like, how have I missed this for all these years? But I think a lot of people won't like it. I'm not sure, but then again, I'm always surprised by how things turn out.
I will disagree with that. Honestly, I think balloons, or just the tower defense, is a genre which many people know of, but don't know that they would actually like it, because it's so fun to play. But so far there wasn't any good game that made a good tower defense thing, or just a good genre out of it, beside balloons or balloons or whatever it was called. And
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't like Arknights at first.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I played it and it was like kind of slowish and weird, and I didn't really kind of think it was gonna work out. Meanwhile, I am 2 years later doing like some weird combo in
I
CC.
completely get that. It was the same for me, actually. I played it and I was like, if the waifus wouldn't be that cute, then I would stop playing this game, because like the first few stages are so boring. They are so boring. And I actually got one of my friends to play it for like one evening, this game.
Oh yeah, I had that too.
He only played the first couple of stages and then he was like, this is so stellar, this is so boring, why would I play this? So
Yeah,
I get everybody.
I played it and I didn't like it, and I kind of dropped it. And my friend was sending me like the memes and stuff of like that was happening at the time, like the weird little comics they had when the game first came out about like all these characters. And then he showed me AF Yala, and I was like, who's this? He's like, oh, she's in the game. I said, say
And that's where it all started.
say less, and I started playing.
But it's interesting to hear like different ways of how you start up and if you like it from the beginning. For me, like the first impression I had was in a live stream. So my already first encounter was with the community that was playing the game. And I had like, everyone was so helpful. Everyone was trying to help me, even though I was literally on a stage and someone said like, place Vigna there, and I'm like, who the fuck is Vigna? So like they had a lot of patience with me. They really tried to help me. The red hair girl there, the small red haired one, and stuff like that. It was super, super cool. And I had already great first impression of the game. And also the few numbers, I usually streamed to like 8 people back then in Honkai Impact 3. And then I did a Let's Test on Arknights, right? And I got like 20 or 25 people. And that was for me a huge jump. And so I kept playing it and I loved it.
Yeah, no, the community in Arknights is very nice. There may have been a time where they like where the community was big, and so they were less nice because there were some people in there. But I think like it's smaller now than it was then, but it's bigger than it was during the Dark Ages, and a lot of the people are so nice. Like I mean, yeah, they will troll you sometimes or like mess with you, but they always like will do their best to be helpful. It's weird.
Yeah, I fully agree with that, and like the size of the community as well. It's not that big that it is like has like fully broken out into the mainstream and where it attracts a bunch of weird people. But it's also not that small that it's just a circle jerk of like the same people talking to each other. It's like at a comfortable size. If you may say so.
My favorite thing about Arknights is just like the general age seems to be a little bit higher than like every other normal game. Because I have like no fights in my Twitch chat. In my comments, people are nice to each other. They argue like on a decent level, like with good structure and everything, still being nice. And it just feels like not like a kid fight. And I really appreciate that.
Something you said just reminds me of something perfectly. You said they argue with a good structure. And that's the best thing I've ever had is like people like just like write something down about like all these details about a character or how their skill works and they involve all the math. And someone's like, "Excuse me, no," and they reply with their paragraph, and it's just like very high analytical stuff, and that's like the biggest like arguments I've seen in my comments and stuff.
Oh yes,
people talking about the characters with like paragraphs of math and how skills work.
Let me just say one thing. Like I do the tier list, right? And in the first few tier lists, I mean, it's probably still going on. I can't check every single comment anymore in the tier list, but like there were like 2 or 3 people in every single tier list. They were fighting against each other every time I made a change, and they wrote literally books at each comment to say why I think or why they think I'm wrong or why they think I was right. And that is so insane. I never spent so much effort in a video at how much they put effort into a comment. It's insane. It's like literally fighting with comments. With good structure.
Arknights turns people into strategists. That's how it is.
And that is actually a good question. Do you think we're smarter because we've played Arknights?
No.
Just no.
I'm not.
I think at least it's giving us, some brain exercise.
I honestly don't think I'm smarter than I was before. I feel like I'm losing brain cells because all I do is like looking at feed at this point.
Okay, Polarisu, to answer your question, it depends on how you play Arknights. If you spend your day planning out strategies, you maybe get smarter. If you spend your day looking at feed, you maybe don't.
Yeah, simple. And like if I do a difficult run in Arknights, it's like 8 hours, I don't change the strategy for like 6 hours, and then I just do it over and over again until it finally works out. That is not really the big brain way to do it, but it works most of the time.
Yeah, so recently, I've told somebody that Arknights, in this sense, what you said, Cesith, is basically just like Dark Souls. Because, if you fight the boss in Dark Souls, you have to run up to him, you have to try and figure out how he fights and his movesets and stuff, and find a strategy to fight them. It's just like an Arknights map. You also have to do it multiple times, and then you find the perfect strategy that works. So, Arknights players are the Dark Souls players among Gacha games.
I mean, also, most of the time you don't really change the strat. At least I play it that way. I just try to get better skill timing. If I can't do it with the current operators, I just level my operators and try it again for the same strat. Just bang your head against the wall, and then you're fine. That's Dark Souls casual players, I think, do that as well.
So my risk 18 for this CC actually has a lot to do with what you just said, because so my Chalta was she was holding the bottom lane and everything, and she was basically a little bit short. She was using 1 too much ammo to kill the guys, and if I leveled her up, she would kill them in time. Right? But I can't level up characters past 69. AFL is the one exception. That's the rule on my account. So what I did was I constantly ran the strat that I was doing the same way over and over until I eventually just had a run where Chen didn't use her ammo, because she has a chance to not use ammo. I've had that thing like a bunch of times until She just didn't use ammo, and she had enough to kill the last guy as well, and then that was my round. So the same thing over and over does eventually work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Ethan
Bro,
Bine is
and-
also a great one to try. If you want to try it over,
Ethan
yeah. that is probably the character that people relate to me with the most. Because always the Ethan Bine, please, please. I said this so many times in one video. It was insane.
Ethan bind count.
Yeah. It was fun
Oh.
though.
But that feeling when you try to do something for like 20 times, you try to find the perfect millisecond to proc a murder's skill so that you can deploy that one operator to charge the skill, and that one final time where it works out, and you beat Crown Slayer before she gets into the fucking blue box. That's the most satisfying feeling you will ever get. Like, the satisfaction that you get from playing Arknights can be so high.
Yeah. Like, I'm saying this right now. The game itself is great, but playing the game for 8 hours straight and then finally get the clear you've been trying to do for 8 hours is the greatest feeling ever. Like, sometimes I'm even, like, the last clear I made was the Risk 18 clear. I was actually close to tears. I had, like, a little bit something in my eyes. I was just so happy and relieved I was able to do it. It was actually a little bit emotional.
Polarisu, have you ever cried while playing Arknights? Or
Yes. Chapter 6, last stage.
Oh, during 6, okay.
Yeah, chapter 6, last stage. I'm thinking of the right chapter, right?
That is,
Yeah.
6.18 or something, I think.
Yeah, the thing is, what actually how that happened is I was at my grandma's house playing on my phone, right?
Yeah.
And I read the story, and then I saw the next stage.
Yes.
And I locked my phone, put it in my pocket, and I looked over to my brother and I said, "I'm playing this when I get home. I can't do this here."
I mean, that was pretty well done, though. And then those two particular CGs, right, where she has her eyes open and then her eyes closed, that's one of the like most insane moments in this game.
Yeah.
But to me personally, it was the final cutscene of chapter 8 where it was very close when Blaze started to cry. That was like with the music and everything, and it's like, whoa.
Yeah, I have to say,
is over.
The music did so much shit. Like, I didn't even read through it, but I was listening to the music and I was like, oh, that's so amazing. Like, that freaking image there just killed me. I wasn't reading story. All I was seeing pictures, and I see that picture and I was like, fuck.
Bro, the music of Arknights. Holy shit. We at this point, we have to make a special episode about it where we just talk about the best songs this game
Rate
has.
the songs, listen to them, they're copyright free, most of them. We could do that.
Exactly.
I honestly, like, Arknights always somehow surprises me with what it does. Like, I didn't expect the new song that came with Golden Glow, the trailer one, not the vocal one, and I really love it. I've actually been using it in like almost all my videos. I think it's been my outro for a lot of videos now as well. I really like that song so much, and I like her so much.
It's you mean Glowlight?
Look, some people don't know, okay? We have to it's not just my people here, okay? It's all our people. Cesith's people may not know who Glowlight is.
It's a
So
pink-haired
everybody
doggo,
watching-
right? Which is a cat. Wait, am I
So
wrong?
to everybody watching who doesn't know who Glowlight is, do your research.
It's not porn,
No,
right?
he's about to plug something. We can't plug things here, electricity's out.
Matt.
I type in glow light. I get glasses.
You should be getting a Scottish cat.
But it is the pink doggo, which is a cat, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I find this very odd, but actually, all the artists I've been following, like on Twitter, like the ones that I really like have kept tabs on, they've actually, a lot of them have taken a liking to Glowlight, and I'm honestly surprised. It's one of those things I've always wondered about, like if people like similar things, will they, like other things that are similar. I don't know, that sounds obvious in a sense, but I mean, I like their work, right? And they were all drawing different things. And now Glow Lights come out and they've all been drawing Glow Light all this time now, again, all of a sudden. So it's like this weird interconnected thing.
I mean, I don't want to start a war. Like, I like her design, but she's not way more amazing than the other Arknights characters. Like, for example, I like Black Knight, the Cyan character, a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know the exact name, but like I like her so much. I like her so much. She's one of my new possible great waifus.
She's not playable, though, right? She's
Yet Black Knight. She's gonna be. I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about. Black Knight is a character that is coming out on CN.
Wait, are you talking about this? Because I confuse names a lot. Is it
Master
the
Manager.
one?
I'm sending you pictures. Do you want the full version or just the feet?
Do you want the full version or just the feet?
I cropped out like 507 feet pics of Arknights characters. I'm set.
Okay. Feet tier list.
I mean, feet tier list. I just tried to recognize. Wrong chat. Oh, good. Never mind. That's not that important if I send it there.
I wanted to show this podcast to my mom, but I might not.
I'm sorry. I take the blame for that one.
Oh, that one! I was thinking about this one blonde-haired with the horns, but she wasn't called Black Knight. It was something else.
Leech.
No, not an operator. The one from the Silver Elf faction.
Silver Boy.
Silver Ash, Soldier
Boy. Soldier Boy.
Oh no.
But yes.
Oh.
So,
boys.
Yeah.
Some things that I want to know from you. So
single,
you
yes.
all have explained how you found Arknights, but what made you decide to start a YouTube channel, or not start a YouTube channel, to start making YouTube videos revolving around Arknights?
I kind of already explained that, oopsie.
Well, for me,
Okay,
I mean, for me, it's kind of like, as I said, the first stream that I did on Arknights went really well, way better than pretty much every stream before. And then I just kept playing it because Twitch streams were doing really well. People seemed to enjoy it. I was enjoying it. And then I just decided I'm also gonna make content about it. It was still very scuffed, but even though YouTube didn't do as well as Twitch did, I still kept going. And this is where I am now.
With 2 editors and a dream.
2 editors and enough time to play now whatever I want. It is great. What about you? I mean, it's nice to have it, and I mean, I still edit a few of my videos by myself. So yeah, also gonna do less touch on my videos as well, and yeah, I always do minor changes. Well, tell us what made you decide keep playing the game? Oh, what made you decide trying out the game?
Like trying out the game was very simple. I saw an ad on YouTube and I was like, okay, this character looks cute. I'm gonna try out this game. Because this was like basically when quarantine had just started. It was in like early 2020, like February or March, and I was bored as hell because I couldn't go to work because my work was just closed. So I had to somehow spend my time, and I was reading a lot of manga, and I was like, okay. So back then I was reading the Shield Hero manga for like 2 chapters or something. Then I got bored of it, but I saw this ad on YouTube where I saw Siege, and I was like, damn, that character. She kind of looks like Raftalia. She really doesn't. But like back then I made this association, so I was like, okay, might as well try out this game. Yeah, and that's how I found to it.
Siege was also the first character I was also like, oh wow, I want her so bad.
Yeah,
When I got her, I was like, okay, now I actually don't want you anymore. It's been too long. But she was the one that I wanted the most in the beginning and never got. But everyone else got her.
Yeah, bro, she was like my second 6-star, I think. Got her like after like 1 week of playing.
Oh, that's cool.
So what I actually want to know though is all of us more or less are Arknights YouTubers at the moment, but was it clear from you guys from the start that you wanted to become Arknights YouTubers, or did you want to become YouTubers and Arknights just so happened to be the game that you chose as the main game of your channel?
Well,
Because one of you guys has a longer answer, so...
Yeah, for me, like, I've been doing YouTube videos for, like, I started doing YouTube videos, I think, in 2015. And back then, like, what did I do? Once in a while, a Rocket League gameplay. Before I did Rocket League, I was a German horror game Let's Player. And then...
postcard.
Yeah, I sent some hentai postcards to my friends, like the normal thing, you know, when I was in Japan. But after, like, my apprenticeship, I decided I want to keep trying YouTube. So I saved up my money back then, and I had enough money to do whatever I want for like a few years. And yes, then I decided, like, I tried out everything I saw and what I thought might work out. And Arknights was the first thing that got me some people into the stream and into the videos.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept playing it. Like, if Rocket League would have worked, I might not be an Arknights YouTuber right now, and it would have been a Rocket League Pro or something else.
Hell yeah.
Oh damn.
So
Rocket League, Cesith.
Yeah, I was actually, like, I had 5,000 hours on Rocket League. I was trying to become a pro before I started playing Arknights. So yes, I tried something there.
the only times I've really played Rocket League was when I was drunk as fuck with my friends. So
It's so fun.
I only have like bad experiences with the game.
I like to think that like Kaiser wasn't actually like playing Rocket League. He was just outside with a car and a ball.
But he remembers.
Just sort of playing Rocket League, boys, and
Just sitting in a fucking shopping cart and kicking a ball. Hell yeah. So, Polarisu, what I want to know is the first ever videos that you made was for the Arknights contest, but where you like, okay, I want to be a part of the Arknights contest, or I want to be like becoming a content person on YouTube is like one of the things I want to do. Did you have something like that? A thought process like that?
Okay, so I've been uploading videos for like a long time, like, and
Yeah.
it was never about like views for the videos. A lot of the time, I actually made some of my videos just for me, and that the reason for that is because I actually hate repeating myself. I hate saying the same thing. That's why I never would do things like gossip or stuff like that, because you have to say the same thing to the same people over and over. And I didn't want to have to tell people the same thing. So when I did things in games, or I wanted to show people something in an anime, like the Ruby thing, I would take it, make it into a video, put it on my channel, and be like, wow guys, this thing was really cool. And they'd be like, oh, tell me about it. I don't have to. Here's the video.
Hell yeah.
So
work smart, not hard, people.
Exactly. And so then when I started the Arknights thing, I don't know, it was the first time I actually got like views and like people looking at it. And obviously I wanted to win the contest. So my sights were set on like getting views and things. And that was the first time I ever looked into getting views. And surprisingly, things went well. And I don't know, it was kind of a quick burst for me. And I never thought that I would like what I would say would matter to people, basically, you know, to like be a content creator and influencer or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually comes as a huge surprise to me that I've grown as much as I have. And I don't know, I just never thought about it actually. And then I had like I said, it was in the dead time, and then I started right at the anniversary and everything. So everything came as a surprise to me. It wasn't planned. I kind of just went with what happened.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Kaiser, what about you?
That stuff is really interesting to hear. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I like I don't want to say I grew up watching YouTubers, but like when I was I think 11 or 12, I got like proper access to the internet, right? And from that moment onwards, YouTube just instead of watching TV or movies, I would just watch YouTube as like consumable content in my free time, right? So even back then, when I was a kid, I was like, wait, those guys, they just answer YouTube comments and then they can make a living out of that? What the fuck? Stuff like that is possible? So, I don't know, I think I'm like one of the first generation who grew up with YouTube. And like all my friends back in the day, including me, wanted to be like fucking Minecraft Let's Players or whatever when that was big in Germany. So in the good old days, maybe a couple of viewers will know what I'm talking about. And then like back in high school, I never actually tried to make like YouTube videos because partially because I'm a lazy twat and I like didn't feel like actually putting in the effort. And on the other hand, it would have been like kind of cringy, you know how high schoolers can be if they're like, oh, this guy is a fucking Let's Player, what a loser, you know.
Yeah.
So this wish to kind of start a channel always was in the back of my head, but I never actually went out of my way to do it. But then in 2020, I kind of really. Well, we can go into details about that another time, but I like really wanted to just go ahead and start a channel because I've wanted it for the longest time. And I remember that was like the 30th of October of 2020. I was laying in my bed watching YouTube videos, and this one video was getting recommended to me because I was watching Cesith, you know Harry Seller Alpha Gaming, right?
Yes.
I was watching.
We all.
We all do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was playing with the idea of starting a channel for months at that point, and whenever I felt like getting started, I would just watch Alpha Gaming videos and feel like I was getting something done. And then I was laying in bed, and this one video got recommended to me. Some guy showed how you can have a proper YouTube channel just using your phone. And I was like, holy shit, that's possible. And I downloaded like 3 different apps that can be used to like edit videos and audio and stuff. And legit, the next day I made my first video. So that was how I got started.
You say it like it's over. What I'm very sure many people don't know this about you, but you're still editing on phone, right?
Oh yeah, exactly. I'm
He became this big with his phone. I have like 3 screens, gaming PC, multiple cameras, everything you need, and he uses his phone.
This is why I always get so sad when people are like, oh, I wish I could make more videos, but like sadly I don't have a proper PC or something. Bro, you don't need a PC. You need a microphone and you need a personality, and then you are settled.
Yeah.
Because you have a phone that is like capable of editing. You have everything that you need. Have confidence, bro.
Yeah, it depends. Like if you want to be a live streamer, then you definitely need more. But like for YouTube, you really need just your phone. With your phone, you have a face cam, you have a microphone, you have something to record on, footage you can record with. You have everything in one device. You can just start off with phone.
Yeah, I also started off on my phone. A lot of my editing was done on my phone with Power Director with a little watermark.
Power Director. That's the thing. And then people are like, oh no, I can't pay for $5 every month for a KineMaster subscription. Bro, you have a phone. You can crop the video.
Yes.
Edit it in a way that the watermark will be cropped out in your phone's gallery.
That is the biggest five-head move.
KineMaster. I'm a big fan of KineMaster, but like, you know, you can work around things if you don't have the budget.
Yeah, that is just the biggest five-head move I've ever heard. They're just cropping off the freaking watermark with other. You used another program for that, right? That didn't have a watermark, but was only able to crop it off, right? How did you do that?
Yeah,
you can crop videos with the phone's gallery, like when you view stuff. You can crop it. So yeah.
I personally never did this because I was like, okay, bro. First month of doing YouTube, it's $5. It's worth it. I just paid the $5, you know, like.
But yeah.
And in the end, it was worth it. What can I say?
I have to admit, now that I think about it, my first YouTube videos I've ever made were also done with a phone. Back then, I was creating, like, my first video was a top 10 animes, and I just picked out random 10 animes that were not even that amazing. But I edited that on the phone, and also 4 AMVs I think I did on phone. And those were my first 5 videos, just AMVs and top 10 anime.
Yeah, I think like I've looked at a few YouTubers and stuff like the way old videos, and I think you don't start with what you end up doing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Unless,
That
of
is-
course, you have a dedicated idea, like certain people, like who know what they were absolutely going to make, and they start the channel based off that. But otherwise, I've seen some weird things people have started with.
For example, sending panda postcards. That is probably a
For
good example.
Exactly. But like, yeah, this is not a life advice episode or something, but like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, like, you have the capabilities physically speaking, but when it comes to ideas and creativity, do not think too much about it. Just make your first video and then see what happens after that. Because before I started, I laid out this plan. Okay, I'm gonna do a video on that topic, and I'm gonna make a video where it is like every Arknight's voice actor or something like that. And I started working on that, and then I was like, that's fucking boring. I don't want to make this video. Maybe it's interesting to watch, but I don't want to work on this. This is boring. So every plan is like worth nothing once you've made your first experience. Like, better just try yourself out.
What I always say when someone asks me, hey, how do I start off? I just say, just create a video, upload it. It will be shit. It will be shit. Like, your first video will be shit. You have to be, you know this. Everyone knows this.
My first video was perfection, excuse me.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, Polarisu, you're different.
You're special. But
you peaked at Ruby funniest moments.
But I have to like, you will always hold your first video dear. It doesn't matter how shit it was. You will always be able to come back at it and say like, damn, I was trash back then, but I got a lot better. And it's fun to watch. It doesn't matter how trash it is. It's fun to watch.
Yes.
Like, it's yeah.
I've tried to rewatch my first ever video. It is genuinely shit. I usually do not cringe at try not to cringe compilations. I just laugh. But at my own old videos, holy shit, they are horrendous. It's just, I'm cringing by thinking about it. They are actually absolutely shit. But I'm so thankful that I actually made them, because you just need to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I was creating videos for like already 7 years or 5 years when I started with Arknights, and what I realized, like, my videos were shit until I started getting views. Like, at that point when I started getting like 50 or 100 views, I realized, wait, I can edit this better. I can do it better there and there. My videos just got better when I started getting views. It's so weird, but it's just how it was.
Yeah. No, I think that my biggest regret, like, is that I didn't start sooner. You know?
Yes.
Because I agree with you what you said. It's like, I wish I would have started sooner, because I had this doubt in my head that I couldn't do this. Like I told you, I didn't think people would watch anything or like do or like find me entertaining or things like that. But in the end, it somehow worked out. And I know that it may not work for everyone, but if it does end up working out for you, then if you're doing nothing, then it's never gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Like, so I also have this mentality very often when I'm just saying I'm like facing problems and I'm just saying it's gonna somehow work out, right? But if you actually want to achieve something, just sitting there and dreaming about it, I don't want to sound like Gary V or like one of those life advice YouTubers, but like, legit, take the step out of your comfort zone. Fuck you. Like, take the step out of your comfort zone once. You're not gonna regret it, like, legit.
Yeah, like,
and if you don't know how to start, I have a tutorial on how to become an Arknights YouTuber on my channel.
Yeah, go watch it. It's on www.youtube.com/kaisermlg/c/ something like that.
Exactly.
Close enough.
Close enough. People will maybe find it.
Link in the description.
No, don't say that. We don't do that. We forget it anyway. Wait, we can. Maybe we remember it. But
Someone will
No,
type
it's
in the
true, Zed.
comments. You said link in the description. I see nothing there. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put it in.
so we forgot. If it's there, we didn't. So that's good. But there was some. Wait, I want to say something. What did we just talked about?
Confidence.
TED talk.
Oh yeah, confidence. Confidence is a great subject. I mean,
Bro,
I started recommending to people that you need confidence as well. Like, just starting off is important, but you need to also be prepared. There's people that will also message you. You will get not nice comments. I don't want to be the demotivator, but also just saying you have to be a little bit prepared that there will be people that will freaking hate you. But in the end, you should be proud of those people, because there's enough people that like you that there's even a few people that hate you. And that is an achievement. And even if you get hater, be proud of them.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I don't know, man. The first really negative comments I got was when I had, my God, I've been talking for too much today. The first ever negative comments I really got were when I had like already, I think, 12,000 subscribers. So especially in a community as nice as the Arknights community, you're not gonna get a bunch of like negative people early on, apart from like Laurent maybe.
I mean,
like,
I would disagree with that. It depends on the content you're doing. Like,
Really?
some people, like, for me, I never really had negative comments until the tier list. Tier list is understandable, the first few were shit, but like, the first real negative comments I got was when I did a controversial video. And if people don't disagree, or if people don't agree with your opinion, you start getting some people that are saying like, I disagree, but there's some people that say like, you're a fucking asshole, I don't like you. And that can also be like a little bit discouraging, but be careful with controversial stuff. That's all I learned.
That's why I make videos only on topics that don't matter at all, because like, what does it matter if your waifu does not love you or not? Like, their stats are not gonna change, no matter the answer to that.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't trust you, then their stats will change.
Okay, Matt, I have to change my channel.
But yeah, just want to say my advice is just be careful about like all of your opinions. Just don't try to be as, let's just say, objective as possible. If you start off with a YouTube channel and you always say like, oh, I hate this character, it looks so awful, then you will see earlier hate comments than if you just always say like, I like this one a little bit more.
Yeah, I've never once said I hated a character.
Yeah, that's a death sentence if you say this. Beside Beagle, like, I don't like it. But hey, I get the Beagle haters, I don't mind you. Come on, you're only a minor for a small fraction.
There's no reason to hate Beagle.
There is, have you seen her? I don't like her, she's annoying, she just doesn't look good.
You gotta...
It is like a rule, like for the gameplay content creators, that you have a 3-star you hate. That has been a rule for so long.
Yeah, everyone hates someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Polarisu.
Yes, but we all have one. Wait, Kaiser? Oh yeah, you follow my advice, you just don't say it.
No, I've said multiple times that I hate Ark.
Yeah,
whenever I talk about him, I insult him. That's more or less.
He's 2-3 stars combined. It's 6
yeah.
plus 3.
But see, like Ark doesn't have a huge following beside the furries, so you only have like a minor fraction against you now. So it's not as bad.
Yeah. But now, actually, now that we've talked about all of that, I want to say something. That one video that got recommended to me about like how to be a mobile creator, like make videos with your phone and stuff. This channel was called Colin Michael, so thank you, Colin Michael, for starting my YouTube career.
You remember the name?
I looked it up as we were talking. Unironically, like, this is genuine. I watched this video and I was like, I have never heard of this. This is insane. Yeah.
Thank you,
Cheers,
Colin
Colin.
Michael, for giving us Kaiser MLG.
Yeah, thank you. One day you maybe receive a little donation. Who knows?
Colin Michael is somewhere and he's just going Hachu.
By the way, how long have we been recording?
That is 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Oh, okay, we can still go then.
Yeah, I think we haven't even decided on the length yet. Like, I think 2 hours is probably like a good time, right? Or
Yeah, like I'd say at least 90 minutes, but like 2 hours at max. I think that sounds good.
yeah, I'm fine with that. Risu.
Yeah, we need to be like a feature film, at least 90 minutes.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
Yeah.
if it's
Turning
like,
it on, you must be like, do I watch Spider-Man or do I watch these guys?
Hell yeah. Do I watch Trash Taste or do I watch these guys?
or both. But can we just
Both
do
at
it like
the same time, double devices.
let's just do this as like a soccer game. We have 90 minutes time, but 15 minutes of the 90 minutes is also ads. Just straight up ads. We're trying to get sponsored by NordVPN for 50 minutes straight, and we have a great life. Not sponsored yet.
We've already been plugging so many other channels at this point. This counts as ad time, so...
I know they're not watching this, but NordVPN, if you ever sponsor me, I will wear your t-shirt and get a tattoo that says NordVPN.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a tattoo on my butt with NordVPN on you if you sponsor me.
This would be an insane video, so... Polarisu, the title. I became a living NordVPN sponsorship. With a fucking tattoo.
Oh no.
Like, all the empty space on your body is just advertisement space you left out.
I'm actually very scared of needles. When I had to get my COVID shot thing, I literally was like so scared, and the nurse, she was, don't worry about it, it's not gonna hurt. And like, anytime someone's done that before, they've done something, injected me and pulled it out before I even noticed, right? They've always, but this woman, and you know what, I don't blame her. She thought she was doing right, but she was saying, look, I'm just putting it in, and now I'm just, don't worry, it's just there. And because she was describing what was happening, I could feel it even more. I've never actually, until that moment, felt like what a needle in me.
I mean, honestly, doctors have so much power. Like, doctors can say one word and I'm scared as heck. For example, if I get an injection and they say like, whoops, I have a heart attack.
Yeah, I think that's something you never want to hear from a doctor. Whoops.
Yeah, if you hear this, you know it's bad.
Now you know how all your Arknights characters feel. You're like busy doing something and you just say whoops, and they're like, oh no, the doctor said whoops.
They have so much power.
But there was a time where I had to take a lot of needles, like not because I was using drugs or something, but like actually like a doctor's place.
Thank you so much for saying that it wasn't because of drugs. That was important information.
Something in my head told me I had to clarify.
Yeah.
Anyway, and this one time, this one nurse was trying to take like some blood off of me, and she was missing the vein.
Oh.
And like she missed the vein, right? She just stuck the needle into my arm, and then she wasn't like, okay, I'm just gonna pull it out and put it into the vein. No, she just started twisting it around inside of my arm. It was disgusting. So I don't know if we have to put up a fucking trigger warning for this or something.
Don't tell that to Risu that is afraid. Risu is afraid of needles, and you tell this story. How can he ever visit the doctor?
I don't feel. That's exactly what was going through my mind. I don't ever want to go again. Kaiser was telling the story, and I'm busy biting down on my hand because I'm so fucking.
Oh shit!
It's like horror story for me. It's like, and the needle went in and twisted. Oh my. Yeah, so
Okay,
I'm sorry, no VPN, but that tattoo may not happen.
But like, the thing about like
it'll be a temporary tattoo that I'll just put on over and over. Make sure it's fresh every day.
The thing is, like, with scary things and stuff, I'm only scared of that stuff because people told me always, like, this stuff is scary. For example, doctors are going to the hospital is for me now scary. Spiders is for me now scary. Salad is for me now scary. Just because, like, people always said that. Like, don't you know, like, when say like, oh no, spider, oh, I hate it, it looks so disgusting as a child, and then you just pick it up and now you're afraid of it as well? Don't you know this? Am I the only one?
No, I get what you're saying, but like, I don't really mind.
Yeah, I'm only scared of weird spiders.
I'm scared of all spiders. I could never visit Australia, mainly because I'm scared of that, of all those spiders and things they have.
Yeah, shout out to Australia for having the most interesting wildlife. Jesus.
Could you imagine living in Australia? Like, there's so many poisonous animals and stuff. I would be scared as hell.
No.
I couldn't sleep.
I agree. I once saw a fucking picture where someone just said, okay, yeah, it's spider season of in Australia, and they posted a picture, right? And it was just a landscape. It seemed like it was covered in snow. It was just like everything was white.
Oh, yes!
Because it was covered in spider net.
Yes. I mean...
This stuff is insane.
Yeah, or like people are saying like, oh, I heard a noise. Going downstairs and they see like a snake or something. Like, I'm not afraid of snakes, but I don't need to have like everyday new animals in my basement.
Now, if I'm scared of something,
Australia scares me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, it's weird.
It's the only snake.
I'm more afraid.
Where this is going. Where is this going?
Yeah, where is it going? Continue my sentence.
Wait, me?
I don't know.
I don't wanna.
I don't know where it's going.
No, the only spider that I'm not scared of is... Spider? No, snakes. The only snakes that I'm not scared of is Eunectus. That's what I wanted to say.
I mean, it's embarrassing.
It's
I'm
not
more
even Lamet anymore. After the last session, I'm scared of Lamet.
But I'm more afraid of small animals than big animals. Like a lion, it would instantly kill me. But like, I wouldn't be scared of lions. But a little spider you see every day in your house is like the scariest thing in my life.
Really?
Yes. I have arachnophobia, whatever it's called. I just hate spiders.
Yeah.
Tell us your fears. What else? Are you afraid of brooms? Of girls? Or do you have something?
I'm scared of sleep paralysis.
Brooms.
Oh.
Yeah, wait, brooms?
I don't know. I'm not.
No, I'm not. It's just you mentioned it.
Yeah.
So something you want to tell us?
I don't have a broom phobia, but I don't know. I got hurt by a broom probably a few times as a child. Who knows? No, I'm not gonna get. I wasn't getting hit as a child. No worries. It sounds wrong. I was never getting hit. I had a good mother.
People had to clarify already. It's not good. Ooh, what am I going to clarify? I can't wait to see.
But yeah.
While you think about this, I really quickly wanted to say something about confidence. Bro, if there is one person in this voice call who has a lot of confidence, then it is our man Cesith. Like, holy fucking shit, the stuff that you do and say on your Twitch chat, bro, I do not condone everything you do, but holy shit, I have a lot of respect for you.
Yeah, it's like, it's at a certain point you just don't care anymore. But it's so fun, like when like, I shouldn't say this, but I love disturbing people. Like when you do a cosplay or cross-dress and you go in the other person's Twitch chat and you see their facial expression looking at you. It's like the best thing ever. I'm just so in love with this. And that's why I love cosplaying in general, but cross-dressing is fun if I take this opportunity to disturb other people.
All about messing with the other people's mental.
Yes.
But it's not only that, fam. Like outside of content as well. Like you went to Japan for like multiple weeks on your own.
Yeah,
like,
I traveled
there without speaking Japanese, without nothing.
Yeah. So that is. Can I go into in-depth for this story? Like I was 20 years old. I just got 20, and I thought, hey, I want to go to Japan, and so I decided my first travel trip. I hop into a plane, 22 hours flight, and go there. That's what I thought, but sadly, I'm afraid of height and planes. So when my mother drove me to the airport, I was like there, And I was so sick. Like, I wasn't sick, but I was so scared that I was literally not feeling well. And I was so close to giving up that I just don't do it. But in the end, I was already, in my mind, I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna die. The plane is gonna crash. At the very day, my mother came in the morning and said the plane just crashed. And that wasn't the best news.
Did you survive?
I don't know yet. I think we need to wait for the next session to know this. But when I arrived in Japan, that was the greatest and weirdest feeling I've ever had. I was in a country at the other side of the globe. I couldn't go back anymore. There's no turning back. I don't have a back door. And that feeling was just so amazing. And it made me grow so much as a man or human. And
As a man.
as a man. But it was great. It was honestly a great experience being there for like an entire month, traveling through the country, meeting one of my mods from Twitch chat, and yes, it was just great. And then there was the flight back again, which nearly killed me again, but yes.
It's stuff like that I respect a lot, like unironically, without like any jokes intended or something. I don't think whether I had the like whether I would be able to do something like that, just like blindly traveling to another country by airplane on my own, not knowing anything, like don't speaking the language or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think the only reason why I wasn't scared of the actual travel was because I was so dumb, but I didn't even know what it meant to travel to another country, which was on the opposite side of the globe. I literally didn't consider anything.
You
was like
get that feeling, yeah.
No, good.
I was gonna say, you get that feeling where you're like, okay, yeah, I want to do this, and then you get into it, and then you realize, man, I'm deep in this. Like when you start swimming and your feet just don't touch the ground anymore.
I heard feet.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was giving you props for something and then start again.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I hear this word and like it's just such a meme in my community. I just go along with it at this point. Like they put this on me. It wasn't even my choice at this point. But yeah, what are you like? I talked about my traveling experience. Have you guys ever left your country?
There was, so as most people might know, I live in Germany, right? But my family originally, we migrated to Germany in the 90s from Poland. So we.
Oh.
I don't know. So funny thing is, I've had so many people, a couple of people in my comment section who were like, okay, Kaiser has to be Indian of descent.
Indian?
Because you know what? Yeah, Kaiser, the way you write my YouTube name, apparently it is an actual name in India.
Okay,
I did not know that when I created my channel. Yeah, so we still have family and friends there, and pretty much every summer we go there. Apart from the last couple of years, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I've visited a couple of neighboring countries on like school trips and stuff.
But have you ever visited a country by yourself?
No.
Not yet. Will happen one day, maybe. If you get famous enough, you
point.
will be able to travel by yourself or maybe with a friend, and you can go to a TwitchCon in Amsterdam, and I don't know.
Maybe.
I might be there, actually. I might go to the TwitchCon this year.
TwitchCon?
Yeah.
Where is it? When is
Amsterdam. And it's in June, I think.
Oh, mad.
Yeah, so I thought like maybe it might be worth like going there. I will ask around if like people will be there. And yes, so it might be fun to meet a few of my viewers. If I would be happy if one of them would be there. Just like that would be the first time I meet someone that just watches me. That isn't my mod. Well,
what about you, Polarisu? Were you ever into traveling much? Because I don't really like it if I'm looking at this from that perspective. I like it at home.
Well, firstly, Kaiser, your name means emperor.
I mean, in...
And yeah?
Yeah, no. Yeah, the Kaiser part, it means emperor. I found it.
Yes, in German with a K, it means also emperor.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, so the Indian Kaiser means emperor as well?
Yes.
Okay, I want to clarify something before we continue talking. Like, it might sound a bit weird that I named myself Emperor on YouTube. It's not because I'm like a narcissist or something, to my defense. So I watched this one video about, that's how you become a mobile creator, and then literally next day I created my YouTube channel and posted my first video. So I needed a random name for it, right? And Kaiser, so the German word for emperor, was the nickname that I got in high school by like everyone at my school. Especially looking back at how I looked in high school, I do not know how I got this name, but I kind of was used to people calling me that, so that's the name I chose for my YouTube channel. That's like the origin story of that. So I kind of wanted to clarify that. So second clarification of the day.
Let's go with nickname, but first, Risu, tell us where you have been traveling.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't done much traveling. I've been out of my city, but not out of my country.
Okay.
I've been on an aeroplane technically 4 times.
Okay.
It was 2 trips, and it was both to the same place. To the other side of the country, which is, I guess, far enough, I guess.
That is pretty far.
Yeah. Both times was without my parents or things like that. One was for a work trip. So I went with the work company, and so I had a hotel room on my own. I had to pack my own stuff, basically.
Okay.
And then the other one was...
Mm-hmm. The other one?
Maybe we don't talk about the other one.
Okay.
Fair enough, okay.
But do you have plans? I want to know if you remember. Do you have plans? Where to go?
Like dream destinations, any? Because I got a couple.
I expect Risu to say something. There's something we promised each other.
Oh, the McDonald's date in
yes,
Switzerland, right?
McDonald's date. That is a promise. I treat Risu to McDonald's in Switzerland one day. And trust me, the prices in Switzerland for McDonald's is probably more expensive than prices in your country to go to like a luxury restaurant. Because McDonald's is just expensive as hell in Switzerland.
No, your McDonald's would buy me like 10 McDonald's, yeah.
It's just so dumb.
But no, I actually, if I can one day, I would like to visit a lot of countries. I actually have friends in like almost all the countries in the world, and I'd like to visit everyone at some point. And sadly, that means I do have to go to Australia. Australia.
Just meet mid-air. Just in the plane, just meet each other. That might work.
But I might
I don't think that's the right way.
It's not how it works, right?
You can just wave at each other.
Oh no.
But I might legit be the only one here who hasn't been on an airplane yet. I'm massively scared of flying.
Yes.
You don't have to be. I'm just special. I don't think flying is that bad.
Flying is actually really fun.
Okay, I say this now, it's not that bad, but right before a plane, I'm dying. Like, I hate it so much. But technically, it's not that bad.
I actually like the feeling when a plane takes off and when it lands.
That's the
Feels
worst.
so nice.
That's the worst part. I hate it so much.
Stomach.
Like, there's a reason why we have roller coasters, so we don't have to go into an airplane, okay?
I was on a roller coaster once, and there was one where your upper body is attached to it, and then your legs are, there, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Oh wait, is this the one that goes up and down?
No.
Okay.
An actual roller coaster. It's gone now. They killed it, but it was called the Cobra. It was one of the famous roller coasters here in Cape Town. But I was on it a few times, and then one of the times, I kind of like, because there was like trees and stuff on it, I kind of feel like my leg hit a branch, and I got then when it stopped, I got off. I said I was done. I was like, no more. Next time that could have been worse. But yeah, no, roller coasters. I liked them. I started to like them and then immediately just stopped.
Well,
So-
I've also never
Because
been
of
on a
that.
roller coaster.
Okay, then Otto, we're gonna do a Europa Park special. So for people who don't know what Europa Park is, it's like in Germany a really big, what is it called? Like a roller coaster park or something. And
Amusement park. Yeah.
Yeah, amusement park sounds so much better. So, yes, maybe one day we can finally go to on a roller coaster all together. Wouldn't that be
I'm
fun?
just gonna sit there and watch you guys go on it. I'm just gonna eat hot dogs while watching you. I'm not getting on.
We
the
can
fucking
go
thing.
on a water park
No.
thing, the one with like a boat. It's just a boat. There's no rails or something. It's just a boat in water. That is
You
technically
get on that damn roller coaster.
No. Shinji, get on the roller coaster. No.
Hey, we're not live yet, but if we get $100 donation, we can punch him in the face, so he will be unconscious until the roller coaster.
What?
That'll be cool in the picture. Just like we're standing there, we're sitting there next to him. Guys is just knocked out.
That would be great thumbnail content. But it would get some views and probably a lawsuit, but I call it a win. But yeah.
I mean, for $100.
I mean, $100 for one roller coaster. It's better than flying, trust me.
I'd let you punch me for 5.
I'll let
Let
you
you punch before. Whatever.
I let you slap me for free.
Look, honestly, I think the worst thing that could happen is if you're in a fight with someone, right? If you hit them and they just say harder.
Is it the worst thing? Maybe you're into this.
I don't want to talk about it.
But we drifted off a little bit. Nickname first. Risu, how do you get your nickname?
Oh boy. Okay, that is a whole story.
Yes, tell us.
So, I never had a nickname. I was just always Chad, right? So I couldn't have a nickname to go back on, or
If you have a name like that, you don't need a nickname. It's the coolest
Yes.
fucking name on this planet. Continue.
Like, when I first heard that you were called Chad, I literally didn't realize that this is like real. Like, that you are literally called Chad. It's such
yeah, it's cool. It's like I was just always called Chad, and then obviously you can't use that online, so I had to come up with something for online. So I had the whole Chad with an X. It's XAD, where because X is a variable, so you could do whatever you want with it. And I had that name, and I would use that everywhere. But when I made my channel, I feel I couldn't use that, and I searched it up, and it wasn't doing very well in searches and things like that. And I just thought about what I wanted it to be, and it was very hard to kind of think about it. But at the time, it was actually the Aimer song Polaris that, I don't know, it just really spoke to me. And then there was also Polaris from the opening from Hero Academia. And then one of my favorite stories in Arknights is Magellan's Polaris story. So it kind of just all worked together, and then I took that, and Polaris in Japanese is, well, technically it's Polarisu, but like Polarisu.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and don't worry, it gets cheesier. So I took the name because the Polaris is like it's the guiding star, right? It's the North Star. People used to use it to find their way when they were lost, and that's like I thought I'm gonna like make guides and stuff. Like I'll be like the guiding star and everything. So that's kind of why I chose it.
Polarisu, our guiding star, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause.
Wait, we actually...
No sound effects, please.
No sound effect? Okay, go.
No, don't play it.
I was already going on it.
I wish I had a deep like backstory for my name that's that deep. Like my name is fucking stupid.
Yeah. It's a good
Especially the
name. It's a good
MLG
name. I like the name. It's like I
Yes,
like
yes, yes.
names that you can just say in one line. Kaiser Mochi you can say, Kaiser works as well. I just don't like name if you're like the XXX Dragon Slayer 69 XXX underline. It's like, it's nice
I
if you
get
can
it.
say.
I love that. I know that guy.
Yeah, we all know. We all do. But I think for me, I never told my entire nickname story. Like, first I was called actually DSB44. That was my Need for Speed World name. That I used that name everywhere. Then I want to call myself on Xbox like that. Wasn't available, so I went with DSB4444, like 3 4s now. Then I went with DSB X Master because I founded the clan. We had like 12 people. And what else did we had? Then I went to Ethereum because I watched Fairy Tail and I really loved Ethereum, the name. It's like a material there. I freaking loved it. I used it ever. But I realized there's like 5 other people on YouTube that also have the same name as I. And so I thought, like, I had already a second name that I used when Ethereum was taken. And that was Cesith. The way I got to Cesith is I watched Sword Art Online, like in 2014. And when I finished it, the next day I woke up, I tried to remember like a name, which was called Deceit. And in my head, when I woke up, it was called Cesith. And I just thought it, for the longest time, the item in Sword Art Online was called Cesith. And so I started calling it like this. And then I rewatched Sword Art Online and realized, wait a second. It is called Deceit. Like, back then I couldn't speak English, so that's why it twisted in my head. And since then, I thought, like, it's my own name, technically. No one else is called like this. Why not just take it and use it as my name now, from now on? And this is how I ended up using this as my nickname. A little bit of a longer story. Also, just to clarify, I didn't know that DSP44 was fine, and that 3/4, I didn't know it had a bad meaning. Just so you know, I didn't know that back then. I learned it like a few months ago.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus.
so it was just a mistake.
Yes, I literally I learned it a few months ago. I was like, fuck, I should have probably known this. But like as a
No, I mean your current name.
Oh yeah, my current name is a mistake. I didn't remember the name correctly from Sword Art Online. Yes, I'm scuffed. People know I'm scuffed, and I think that's why the name is perfect for me.
Actually, I just remembered now as well that before the other name, I used to like I used to like have all my tags include like Overlord. That was like way back in my teen years, edgy teen years.
Oh, you're like Kaiser,
So
now
I was
Overlord.
also- yeah, exactly. We have the
No.
Emperor and the Overlord and everything.
And you are just the seed fan.
Yeah, I'm just a seat.
So,
but no.
Speaking of seed,
Yes.
how long is the episode?
1 hour 32 minutes. I mean, yes,
You boys got another topic you want to talk about, or should
we have enough. But right now, is there anything that we should address? Oh yes, we should thank the people that helped us creating this. So first of all, I would personally like Polarisu for being here and having with us the idea. Also Kaiser, I think that was amazing that we had this idea. And big thanks to you guys for having this idea.
Yeah, I want to thank Colin Michael and Skorak and my parents for birthing me, and you too, I guess. Yeah.
I'd like to thank Aimer, Blue and Count. Those are the people that made the song. And whoever wrote Magellan's story, thank you. And yes, of course, these two fine gentlemen, ladies.
Yeah.
They are single. I think I don't actually.
Yeah, you will see now the number of my phone right below if you want to
Just-
call and you happen to be female.
Actually, just remember, if we Elden Ring players, we aren't single. We're just maidenless.
All of us. All of us are
Yeah,
actually now
that's
playing
really much
Elden Ring. I mean,
Yeah,
Will-
once, once this recording is over, I'm gonna start the game, fam. I'm so happy.
It's amazing. Also, I couldn't thank Kirito for helping me choosing my name. Kirito had a huge influence there. Thank you so much. You're actually way better than anyone says. I love you, Kirito. You're great. But I love Sina more. So,
I shout out to my high school for giving me my YouTube name, I guess.
yeah, that's also important. Well,
Yeah,
I guess.
but I guess that would be it for the first episode of the Rate Up podcast, because it's a goddamn lie. That's our slogan. We're gonna put it on a t-shirt. Eventually.
Ooh.
One day.
Also,
That's also a goddamn lie.
From now on, everything might be a goddamn lie. You
Yeah.
don't know.
no, not from now on. Maybe everything before was just scripted and was a lie. Who knows if we told
so
the
you could
truth?
say it's all
Pre-recorded?
deceit.
Yes.
All deceit.
Oh my
I was actually called Cesith, and I have my name from Elden Ring and its golden seed.
Oh no.
Oh yes. I mean, that's how I call that. That is how I was called in Elden Ring. Or I am called. So, I think now
I'm
it's a
gonna
great
create
time.
Lucina in Elden Ring. But yeah,
Well,
I would say thank you everybody for watching this first episode. It was the first time for all of us just going into this. I guess once the episodes go on, we're gonna be a bit more structured. Maybe have like a couple of more lead questions and stuff. If you guys have any wishes or ideas for topics you want us to talk about, write them in the comments. In any way, like feedback and
Yeah.
everything.
feedback is so
is very much
important.
appreciated.
Yes. So if you
Exactly.
have like anything you would say you would like to be improving, like anything you thought like we could improve there, feel free to write that. We are really grateful for everything we get, so we can improve for the
Exactly,
next
and-
session.
And
Yeah,
please tell Cesith that he did an amazing job with the overlay, the visuals.
Thank you very much. But also thank Polarisu for making an insanely cool profile picture with an insanely cool banner. You should check it out. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you will find a red button down there. We don't like the color red, even though it's my favorite color. It has to be gray. And if you want to change that to gray, all you need to do is click on the red button one time. Not 2 times, then it turns back again. Just 1 time.
Or click it 69 times. That'll be
That works as well.
Yeah.
421.
21?
Well, with that, I think we're done. I'd say
Yeah.
we're gonna say goodbye to you guys. Thanks so much for watching.
Yes.
And
Sayonara.
bye
By
bye.
the way, this is going to be a weekly thing. See ya. Cheers.
Yeah, that's important. Bye bye. Sayonara. Have a good one. See ya.